result the other night. But looking back on it, what do you think about what the problem was?
The problem was we just didn't maintain focus. Like Coach said, we came out, we started out good, but we didn't keep our effort up the whole game for 40 minutes. So that game was all on us. Coach had us prepared. We were ready to play, but like I said, we just got to do better at maintaining focus and playing hard the whole game.
Nate said after the LSU game, you approached him and said, that effort that happened for me, that's not going to happen again. What was kind of behind that, and how did you feel you're responding to sitting that one game?
I just know I'm one of the leaders on the team. I know a lot of guys look up to me, so I got to set a better example. And I wasn't doing that for a couple of days. I was loping around, so, suffered the consequences. I owned up to it, manned up, and told them I'm going to do better, and I've been doing better.
Was this a week for you to forget, and just how have you kind of processed the past, 7 days or so?
Yeah, it's been a rough week, but, there's ups and downs in basketball, there's ups and downs everywhere. So, good thing is we got more games to come. We still got a lot left, so I just got to put it behind me and keep playing.
John, how does Herb's absence affect you defensively? What's your role in this?
It affects me. It affects us a lot. Guys really have to step up harder, and play defense at a higher level. Even though we should be playing defense at a higher level as it is, but just like Coach said, that's a guy that takes away mistakes. Who comes in and gives you all. He's like a lockdown corner, just like Coach said. So his absence really affects us, but we got his back, so we're gonna do the best we can until he come back.
Is that a situation where you have to kind of take on some of that, maybe that 3-4 role that he did, well? And
most definitely, Coach told me, 9 times out of 10 when you come into a game, our scout report, you automatically know the best player who has him. So now he's out, so I just gonna have to take in and fill in his shoes and do the best I can just to help until he get back.
What was your reaction to the team when you found out that he had broken his wrist as soon as we came back to the game?
The crazy thing is, me and him in the LSU game, after he fell, we was out there on the court, and he shot a shot, and he was like, bro, I done broke my wrist. He felt it, so he already knew. So, it was shocking just to, for him to be out right at the time where we needed him the most, right at the time where we going into tough games in the end of the season where we got to make a push. And that's just that extra, voice in the locker room, extra leadership on the court, just having him out there. So, it's a rough time, but like I said, I feel like we got a lot of strong-minded guys on the team that can stay focused. I'm going to help them as well. We got other leaders on the team, so we're going to be all right.
how much does that, though, really, Nate made the point that he was that kind of that leader on the court that when he said something, everybody kind of listened and got in lockstep. So how much does that fall on other guys like you and Kyra to really even pick up whatever you've been doing before?
It's going to put a lot on us, but, like I said, Kyra's going to have to step up, and I'm going to have to step up even more. We're going to have to be that voice without him out there. Now that he's had surgery, he's going to be on the bench to help us out more. But like I said, on the court, he can't really say much far from the bench, so me and Kyra are going to have to pick up our voices and be more leaders.
Were you caught surprised by the LSU starting off the bench, or was that something that you guys discussed before the trip?
I wasn't surprised. Coach told me, we just gonna have to do what we gotta do. I'm gonna have to man up, and I told him, yes, sir, I got you. So it really wasn't a surprise.
What's your relationship like with him? I know he's a first-year head coach, but he seems to have a lot of respect for you. Do you have the same?
We have a great relationship. He respects me a lot, and I respect him tons. Like I said, we always can come together. We can talk like men. We share ideas about what we feel like game plan sometimes, even though he might not listen most of the time. But it's just a good thing about being able to, voice your opinion as a leader on the team, being able to voice your opinion to the coach. And, sometimes he actually takes it in consideration and actually does try to, put some stuff that I say into the game plan. But, our relationship is great. Just like I kind of take it back to my high school with Coach Doss. He reminds me a lot of him. So, let me be me. He let me play my game. So we have a great relationship.
Watching the inside the SEC thing when they were here, seeing him pull you aside before coming out, how often does he, at halftime, pull you aside and kind of give you a little bit of a game plan, or how often are y'all talking on that?
He does that. He does that quite often. He always pull me to the side when he feel like the team, is starting, the energy starting to drop. He always pull me to the side, tell me, get the team going, keep their heads, keep them going, keep them playing hard. So, that's just the role that I take onto his team, and he holds me to a high standard, and I try my best to do the best I can.
How much of a change have you seen in Javian this season, and how important is he now going to be? And then, with Herb gone.
I've seen a lot of change in him. His body, his attitude, everything. He's just he's being one of those guys. I've been here before, even though he hasn't been playing. He's been in college before, so he actually knows like what it takes, what type of hard work you need, what type of effort you need on the court. So he helps a lot with leadership too with the younger guys because they have kind of sort of a better relationship with each other. From him being like a sophomore, redshirt sophomore, and then some freshmen. So he helps a lot.
Did that confidence in the leadership, I guess, come with the body change as well after he dropped some pounds? Did he kind of develop more confidence after that?
Yeah, I feel like that helped some, but I just feel like, he's been sitting out so long, he's had time to get his mind focused, had time to get prepared for this. And then coaches also helped him a lot with confidence. They tell him, great job every day. He comes out with great energy in practice. So, I figure it's just a lot that puts into that, that makes him go hard as he does. So, I feel like that's one of the factors, too.
We'll do one more question.
And it's been kind of difficult running these last two games, especially from three from you. I think maybe one of 10.
Yeah, like one of 7, one of 8,
Yeah.
one of them.
So, just how do you kind of get through that? I know you just kind of keep shooting, you have that mindset, but especially leading the way you are and knowing that you have other responsibilities, how do you kind of work yourself through that?
I just come in the gym and keep shooting. My confidence isn't there. It's never my confidence. My confidence never should. I just gotta, take better shots and keep putting up more shots. So that's nothing that I really worry about because I know I've been shooting the ball pretty good all year, and I know there's gonna be some times where you don't make shots. There's gonna be some drops. So I really don't let that affect me.
John, you had a huge game up at Knoxville last year against Tennessee. I'm sure you remember the last 10 seconds.
I remember, they just a big physical team. They play 2 bigs. They're strong on the inside. They got some bigs that actually play the 3. So it's going to be a physical game. They actually run their offense very hard. So we just going to have to lock in, play tough, and play smart the whole game and hard. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Appreciate it. Thanks.